Taoist Technique to heal fear in 20 minutes. Nothing in the world is softer or more yielding than water. Yet for overcoming the hard and the strong, nothing is superior. There's a deep-seated fear you carry within that mere positive affirmations simply can't seem to dissolve. It's firmly lodged in your physical structure, acting as a true barrier that halts the essential flow of your vital energy, much like a stubborn boulder blocking a powerful stream. You are constantly aware of its presence, yet you find it impossible to consciously will its release. Today, I will unveil an ancient Taoist-originated Reiki practice, specifically designed to shatter this type of energy stagnation in a matter of minutes, allowing your inherent vitality to rush back to its natural course. This is not a superficial tip, but rather a sequence of 3 perfectly structured steps, utilized by Eastern masters for countless centuries to achieve profound inner liberation. This session will be a guided practice, which we will perform together step by step right now. If the message of this timeless wisdom resonates deeply with your soul, be sure to subscribe to the channel so we can nourish this practice together week after week. Consider this video an essential blueprint you'll need to consult regularly to diligently maintain your energetic equilibrium. In the end, all fear is just life force waiting to move again. Do you recognize that paralyzing feeling of being completely stuck, unable to move forward in life, despite your most profound aspirations? I must tell you that this isn't indifference or laziness, nor is it just a simple lack of focus or willpower. It is energy that has become heavy, compacted, or simply stagnant. In the Taoist framework, this phenomenon is termed blocked qi, and when your qi ceases to circulate freely, fear solidifies its grip within you. It morphs into an entirely invisible wall that severely limits your potential. However, there is a timeless adage of popular wisdom we often overlook. Unwavering persistence dissolves even the most rigid resistance. Taoist Reiki is precisely that subtle and persistent force. Let's now begin our powerful journey into deep healing. True freedom comes not from fighting the fear, but from allowing the natural flow to resume. Have you ever paused to accurately pinpoint the physical location of fear inside your body? It rarely appears only as an abstract concept in your mind. Instead, it reveals itself as a tangible experience. The tightness in your chest cavity, the uncomfortable lump that forms in your throat, or a deep-seated heaviness in the pit of your stomach. Taoist sages observed millennia ago that fear goes beyond the merely emotional. It is fundamentally a physical energy blockage. This energy fixes itself at specific points, severely disrupting the flow through the meridians, the unseen channels through which your vital essence, your Jing, is meant to flow unimpeded. Consider this. What happens when you experience intense terror? Your body instinctively contracts, your shoulders tense up and rise. Your breathing becomes shallow, becoming trapped in the upper chest area. You literally stop moving with the current of life. It is then that the qi, that powerful life force, becomes entirely immobilized. It behaves like still water in a swamp, and stagnant water, as we know, becomes corrupted and breeds illness. This paralyzed energy becomes the root of chronic anxiety, persistent insomnia, and that constant, unexplained fatigue. The body is always speaking the truth. We simply have to learn its language of sensation. Here lies the revelation that can fundamentally shift your perspective. Fear has 3 primary points of deep anchoring or blockage in the human organism. The first is the lower dantian, situated just below the navel. This is your center of genuine courage and foundational energy. When blocked, it gives rise to a profound sense of existential insecurity, the fear of not being sufficient, or the worry of not surviving life's inevitable challenges. The second critical point is the solar plexus in the center of the chest area, which serves as the reservoir for our unprocessed emotions. This is where ancient resentments or past traumas are stored, things the mind tries to dismiss, but the body vividly retains. The third and final point is the throat, our essential gateway for self-expression and will. If this is obstructed, you find it impossible to set boundaries, ask for support, or worse still, you end up suppressing your emotions until you feel internally suffocated. Take a moment right now and direct your full attention to your body. Can you identify any of these specific points in yourself? Where do you feel that rigidity, that coldness, that density, or that heavy weight? This is your internal cartography. Every map exists for a single purpose, to guide you toward your treasure, which in this case is the restoration of your free and vibrant energy. Learning where you hold your tension is the first step in dissolving it. But here is the subtle detail that most therapies overlook. The true solution is not to actively combat the blockage. Attempting to eliminate it with sheer force or struggle only increases its inherent resistance. The Tao Te Ching teaches us that what is rigid and unyielding will ultimately break, while what is flexible endures and adapts fluidly. Therefore, we will apply the flowing wisdom of water. In my experience, this mistake is the main reason why many individuals feel trapped for years in ineffective healing processes. They try to fight against fear, but fear is not an adversary. It is merely energy that has been diverted from its natural course. And energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be subtly redirected. Think of a mighty river that encounters a massive rock. It doesn't stop, but instead flows around it, gently erodes it, and transforms it into a part of its own journey. This is exactly the technique you are about to master today. Struggle only reinforces the wall. Surrender allows the flow to begin. However, before we can dissolve it, the key is to fully feel and acknowledge it. If you are in a safe and comfortable place, close your eyes for just a moment. Inhale deeply 3 times, and then ask your body, where does my fear reside right now? Do not search for a logical, mental answer. Simply allow yourself to feel and perceive. It might manifest as a tingling sensation, a pressure, an area that feels denser or colder than the rest. It could even be a color, an image, or a sensation of tightening. Do not pass judgment. Observe only with complete neutrality. You have just completed the first and most crucial step of Taoist Qi Gong, recognizing the blockage's existence without offering any resistance. Now that you have identified where this tension is hidden, the question everyone asks is, what do I do next? How do I extract it from my body? You won't extract it. You are going to dissolve it, like ice transforming into liquid under the persistent warmth of the sun. And that warmth is your conscious presence, your pure intention, the Reiki channeled through ancient wisdom. The light of your awareness is the ultimate solvent for all inner darkness. But there is a specific methodology for this transformation. If you stop the practice now, you will continue to carry that energetic burden. This is why you must stay until the end. Qi Gong masters often compare an energetic blockage to a knot in a length of rope. If you pull forcefully on both ends, the knot only tightens further, becoming more intractable. The genuine solution lies in releasing the tension and creating space, allowing the knot to naturally come undone by itself. Therefore, the secret doesn't lie in forceful effort, but in softness and yielding, in conscious breathing, and in an intention free of struggle. The Wu Wei applied to the art of healing. This is exactly what I will teach you to master in the next chapter. If identifying the blockage was the door, now is the moment to cross the threshold with determination. True power is often found in gentle, persistent action. Let us move directly into the practice itself. I ask for your utmost attention because every instruction is critical. This is not a trivial exercise, but a refined energetic technique developed and honed over thousands of years. We will do this together with calm focus and absolute presence. If you are currently distracted, lying down, or in a rush, please pause the video and return when you have a full 10 minutes dedicated solely to your well-being. The technique is powerful and effective, but only if your attention is fully dedicated to the process. To heal deeply, we must be fully present in the moment of transformation. Step 1. Anchoring in the Dantian. Adopt a comfortable, seated posture with your spine tall and upright, but without any rigidity. Visualize a thread of golden light gently pulling you skyward from the crown of your head, while simultaneously, deep roots descend from your feet right down into the earth's core. You become the living axis, the bridge between heaven and earth. Now, place both of your hands over your lower abdomen, just below your navel. Inhale deeply, consciously directing the breath into that specific area. Not to the chest, but entirely to the belly. Feel it noticeably expand beneath the touch of your hands. This is the Dantian, the vast ocean of your vital essence. Repeat this specific breathing pattern 3 times. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold the air briefly for 2, and then exhale in a controlled and slow manner for a count of 6. Why this specific rhythm? Because by intentionally prolonging the out-breath, you actively stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, the biological mechanism responsible for deep rest and repair. You are communicating clearly to your body. Now is a completely safe moment to begin healing, and your body will respond to this conscious command. With the third exhalation, visualize a vibrant, warm sphere of golden energy, forming and glowing intensely in your Dantian. This is your activated, primordial Qi, your life force at its source. The breath is the immediate bridge between your conscious mind and your autonomic nervous system. Step 2. Activating the energy centers, Reiki. Vigorously rub the palms of your hands against each other for at least 15 seconds until you distinctly feel heat being generated. With this simple act, you are awakening the Lao Gong points, the powerful transmission portals of energy found in the center of each palm. Upon ceasing the rubbing, separate your hands very slowly, as if you are pulling open an invisible silken curtain. Do you feel it? That distinct tingling sensation, that magnetic pulsing that forms between your hands, is not your imagination at work. It is the palpable manifestation of Qi. You have just turned on your hands, transforming them into pure conduits for healing light. Your hands are powerful transmitters, waiting only for your intention. Step 3. The process of dissolution. Do you recall the exact spot where you felt the blockage at the beginning of the practice? Now bring your activated hands to that location, but maintain a distance of about 2 inches. Do not touch the skin directly. Simply suspend your hands gently over the affected, blocked area. This is where we apply the deepest principle of the Tao. You must not push the energy, nor exert any force whatsoever. You must only allow the light from your palms to penetrate softly, much like sunlight easily passes through the water surface. Keep your breathing deep and measured. With every subsequent exhalation, visualize the blockage softening, becoming more pliable, more yielding. I offer you a powerful image used by masters. Imagine that blockage as a heavy, dark block of ice. Your hands are radiating a warm, golden, healing heat. With every conscious breath, that ice slowly but surely converts into pure, clear water. And this water is then absorbed and drained away by the earth, releasing completely through the soles of your feet. You are not passing the fear to anyone else. You are fundamentally transmuting it, transforming that dense energy into free-flowing vitality. Remain in this posture for 3 to 5 minutes, without clock watching. Simply feel and observe. The true miracle is the transformation of the inner obstacle into a source of flowing power. When the area begins to noticeably vibrate, heat up, feel softer, or gently pulse, that is the unmistakable sign that the Qi has resumed its correct course. Some individuals experience a profound yawn, Others feel an urge to cry or release an uncontrollable deep sigh. These are all healthy signs of deep liberation. Do not suppress them. Allow the body to expel whatever no longer serves its health. The body possesses an inherent, perfect wisdom for ridding itself of what it no longer needs. It is not necessary to understand everything rationally. Just be a witnessing observer, like the water that flows past and continues its journey. Your body knows how to heal. Your task is to simply get out of the way. Step 4. The energetic circuit, celestial orbit. Once the dissolution is complete, it is time to redirect and seal the energy. Place one hand over the lower dantian and the other hand over the center of your heart. Visualize a river of brilliant golden light ascending from the belly up to the chest and then descending back down, forming a continuous circuit of smooth energy. This is the small celestial orbit, a classical Qi Gong exercise. You are unifying your core energy centers, reminding your body that it must flow as a single, coherent whole. Breathe consciously into this circuit for 2 full minutes. Had you ever considered this perspective? Perhaps the fear was never the actual problem, but simply the lack of proper circulation. Stagnant energy crystallizes into fear. Energy in healthy motion transforms into pure courage. It is the exact same energy, just with a different, renewed direction. You have just successfully reoriented it. Do you feel the subtle, but very real, difference in your physical body now? More lightness, more internal space to breathe and expand. This is far more than a simple placebo effect. It is energetic physiology in action. The seamless circulation of life force is the definition of health and courage. But here is the critical point where most people stop short. You have cleansed the area. However, if you don't effectively seal the opening, the blockage has a natural tendency to return and reform. It's exactly like cleaning your entire house and then leaving all the windows wide open to dust and debris. This is why you must follow me to the final step. What you are about to learn next will ensure that this deep, powerful work endures and stabilizes. A clean vessel must also be protected and anchored. You have successfully dissolved the obstruction and reactivated the flow. But genuine healing does not happen in a single isolated moment, but through perseverance and energetic continuity. The Taoist sages understood this fundamental principle millennia ago, and thus developed specific sealing rituals. This is not empty mysticism. It is pure energetic programming. You are imprinting into your system the clear message. This is the new configuration. Keep it stable. Healing is a commitment, not a one-time event. First, the mudra of deep protection. Bring the palms of your hands together at the level of your heart center, with your fingertips pointing toward the ceiling, as if in a gesture of deep prayer. This gesture is not merely religious. It is anatomical. It activates the heart meridian and consciously raises a powerful shield of energy around your auric field. Breathe deeply 3 times in this posture. With each deliberate exhalation, visualize a sphere of crystalline white light completely enveloping you, like a protective bubble that deflects all negativity. Within this sphere, only that which elevates you can enter. Everything else simply slides off and falls away. Intentional sacred geometry for the soul. Second, the internal firm affirmation. You don't need to speak it out loud, but internally repeat with absolute conviction. My Qi flows without limits. My fear has transformed into resilience and power. I am the unstoppable river that never halts. Although it sounds simple, you are actively forging a new neural pathway. Your brain is incapable of distinguishing a vividly visualized image from physical reality. By affirming this statement with deep feeling and full presence, your body assimilates it. Your cells listen, and they completely reconfigure themselves. What you tell yourself with conviction becomes your physical reality. Third, the daily maintenance ritual. Every single morning upon waking, before engaging with your phone or any external distraction. You will do the following simple sequence. Sit upright in your bed. Place your hands gently over your dantian. Perform 3 deep centering breaths. Activate your hands by rubbing them vigorously. And then do a quick 2-minute scan of your entire body with your hands floating above the skin. Consider this the hygiene of your soul, your daily energetic cleanse. Just as you do not question the necessity of brushing your teeth every day, you must not question the necessity of this daily practice. Simply do it without fail. Consistency is the quiet engine of all profound transformation. Now, pay very close attention to the most important sign that your energy has truly begun to circulate freely again in the coming days. You will observe that those situations that once completely paralyzed, you no longer exert the same heavy weight upon your spirit. It's not that the fear has magically vanished. It is that it has lost its ultimate control over your choices and actions. You feel the emotion, but you keep moving forward anyway, like a mighty tree that feels the wind, but keeps its deep roots firmly planted. This is called energetic maturity, the key in its natural state of dynamic balance. Freedom isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to act in its presence. Another common manifestation: your dreams will become more vivid, sometimes even a bit disturbing. This occurs because your unconscious mind is actively processing and draining away everything you have just released. Do not be alarmed. It is an excellent indication that the healing work is reaching profound levels. If you experience emotional resistance, such as unexplained sadness or sudden anger in the next few days, remember this: it is merely the blockage disintegrating and leaving. It is as if you have moved a heavy piece of furniture that had been against a wall for years, revealing all the accumulated grime behind it. You didn't create the dirt by moving the furniture. You only revealed what was already there. Simply clean it up and consciously continue your path. The temporary discomfort of release is a sign of long-term healing. There is an even deeper layer of understanding that I must share with you. The fear you sense is often not entirely yours to begin with. We frequently carry inherited fears from our fathers, mothers, and our entire ancestral lineage. These are cellular survival memories that do not belong to your present life. When you execute this practice of energetic liberation, you are not just healing yourself. You are actively breaking a generational pattern of trauma. You are returning to the universe a pain that you never should have had to carry. This is an act of profound honor and self-respect, of acknowledging the ancestral pain without drowning in it yourself. Healing is an act of liberation for all who came before and all who will come after. Finally, a constant reminder deeply embedded in Taoist philosophy: true healing is achieved not by adding anything on, but by skillful removal. You do not need to struggle to become stronger to face your fear. You only need to remove that which is obstructing your innate, powerful life force. That strength already resides within you. It always has. It is like the sun hidden behind a thick blanket of clouds. You do not create the sun. You simply remove the clouds. And Taoist Reiki is precisely that: a gentle removal, a conscious dissolution, a flow gloriously restored. Now you possess the complete 3-part method: identification, dissolution, and sealing. If you maintain this practice with quiet discipline, in a month, you will not recognize yourself. Not because you have transformed into an entirely different person, but because you will have finally returned to your original, authentic essence, entirely free from the programming of fear. The essential question now is, will you practice this technique, or will this just be another interesting piece of information that never translates into your personal transformation? The greatest teaching is always found in the doing. Observe the transformative journey we have completed together. You have learned to map the location of fear within your body, identifying the 3 main points of energetic stagnation. You have mastered the complete dissolution technique with Taoist Reiki, using the fundamental principle of water, which does not pressure, but simply flows and gently erodes. And finally, you learned how to effectively seal your energy, maintaining the constant healthy flow through a simple yet powerful daily ritual. The real secret is that you already possessed everything required. You just needed to remove the blockage. However, the deepest lesson transcends the technique itself. It is the profound understanding that fear is not your enemy. It is, in its essence, simply stagnant energy that is desperately imploring you to circulate again. When you truly assimilate this truth, you stop fighting internally and begin to consciously flow. And the flow itself is the complete healing. As the Tao Te Ching beautifully states, "He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is truly enlightened." You have just taken a crucial step toward your energetic self-knowledge. Do not stop here. Self-awareness is the key that unlocks the body's innate wisdom. If you seek to delve even deeper into this path of personal healing, I have created a specific playlist titled Cycle of Healing and Liberation. You will find guided practices designed to heal emotional wounds from the past, combat chronic insomnia, and discover the true frequency of your inner peace. It includes profound meditations for forgiveness, guides for deep, restful sleep, and the calming 528 Hz frequency. The direct link is located in the video description below and in the pinned comment. Use it as your essential support tool. If this content has resonated with you, if you have felt a change or an inner movement while you are practicing, please give it a thumbs up so this essential message can reach more souls. Please leave a comment below typing "I flow" to seal your intention and join the growing community by subscribing. Much more valuable content is coming soon. Ancient Taoist techniques, powerful meditations, and paths to deep self-healing. Always remember, transformation does not lie in the spectacular, but in the simple act that is repeated with full, conscious awareness. You don't need more information. What you truly need is more consistent practice. Return to this video every time you feel fear immobilizing you. Repeat the process as many times as necessary until the flow of your qi is more powerful than any blockage. We will meet again in the next session. Until then, may your qi circulate freely and powerfully. And always remember the fundamental truth. You are not the rock in the river. You are the river itself.